Hello, welcome to this class. So this class is going to be an hour-long Hatha flow style class. And the main focus is actually going to be on the core. So throughout the class, thinking about your Mula Bandha, your pelvic floor muscles, thinking about your Uddiyana Bandha. So the sense of drawing your core muscles up, like you're trying to pull your belly button up and in towards your spine. So lengthening, strengthening the whole web of muscles around your core to help support your lower back, avoiding hopefully back issues in the future. So the main thing to think about every time you're standing would be drawing down from your lower back, down between your butt cheeks, underneath you, and pulling that belly button up and in. That little pelvic tilt is going to really help strengthen and support your lower back. Enjoy the class. So, coming to lying down on your mat, have your knees bent, knees touching, and bring your feet to the edges of your mat. Lift your bottom for a moment and then place it gently down, lengthening in the spine. Turn your arms so the palms are facing up, and then just kind of tuck your shoulders down and in a little bit underneath you. Now, thinking about your neck, just lengthen the back of the neck, maybe just gently turning your head a couple of times to lengthen in the back of the neck. And then lightly tuck your chin, not tightly to your chest. Relax the shoulders, relax the arms. Going to take a deep breath in through the nose. So inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, relax those shoulders. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the shoulders. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Now, opening your eyes, I want you to draw your belly button up and in and imprint your lower back into the mat. So really pull your lower back into the mat. Draw your belly button up and in. Strong imprint into the mat. And then just slide your arms out, T-shape to the side, palms facing upwards. Open the knees so the feet are still mat width. And then slowly lower them one way, but don't let the opposite hip lift. So they're not going to go very far. Use your core to come upright, and then just a little bit the other way. Don't let the lower back lift. And then back to the first side. And then back to the other side. Bringing the knees back to center, heel toe the feet together, and check that your knees and feet are roughly a clenched fist width apart. Releasing your shoulders down, slowly lower both knees to one side, coming fully into the twist. So let the legs come down as far as they'll go. Turn head in opposite direction and relax those shoulders. Relax the hips. Now, thinking about your Mula Bandha, draw your pelvic floor muscles up and in. Draw your belly button up and in, engaging Uddiyana Bandha. And use your core to bring your knees back up to center. And then slowly lower them the other way. Don't let opposite shoulder lift, but the hip's going to lift. Release the hips, relaxing down. Breathing here. And again, engage your Mula Bandha. Engage Uddiyana Bandha and use that core to bring the knees back up to center. Reset your lower back. Pull your lower back into the mat. Push into your feet and just lift your butt cheeks off the floor. Pausing here. And then slowly just lower the butt cheeks. Next, inhale. Imprint lower back, push into feet and come up roughly to the center of your spine. So sacrum and bottom are lifted. And exhale, roll the spine down. And maybe at the bottom, just roll your pelvis forward a little bit, arching the lower back. Inhale, draw lower back into mat, push into feet, coming up to roughly where your shoulder blades are. Squeeze your butt cheeks, engage your core as you slowly, one vertebra at a time, release the spine, sacrum, and then rock the pelvis forward. Inhale, imprint lower back, rolling up this time as high up onto your shoulders as you can go. Push the hips up, squeeze the butt cheeks, and then slowly rolling down, one vertebra at a time, really slowly. Control it. Pull belly button up and in as your sacrum lowers, and then rock the pelvis forward. Next, inhale, pushing into the feet, coming all the way up. Slide your arms down to your side. Now you can either keep the arms here or interlace fingers underneath you. Straighten the arms, push down into the arms. And then tuck your shoulders a little bit underneath you, rolling onto the outsides of your arms. And then push the hips up, arching up, looking up. Tuck chin to chest, creating a very beautiful double chin. And then just keep pushing the hips up for another 5, another 4, another 3, 2, 1. Release the bind of your hands and start to really slowly roll down. Keep squeezing your butt cheeks. Keep them lifted as long as you can, lowering the spine. And finally, as your butt cheeks hit the mat, rock the pelvis forward and then come to a neutral spine. Really nice. Now walk the feet in a little bit further so you can touch your heels with your fingertips for sure. And then imprint your lower back, fire up the core, lift one knee. Keep squeezing the core, lift the other knee. Now I can see my feet are too high, so maybe lift your head, have a look, and then lower your feet so they're in line with your knees. And check that your knees are over your hips and your knees are roughly a clenched fist width apart. Pull your lower back into the mat really quite firmly. On your next inhale, stretch one leg long, point the toe. And as you exhale, bend knee, bringing it back in. Inhale, lengthen the other leg and bringing it back in. Now you've got choices here. You can either keep the leg quite high or you can bring it lower. That's going to work your core more, but watch out for lower back. And inhaling in. And when you stretch out, really point the toes as much as you can. Keep them pointed as the knee comes back in. So inhaling long, exhale, bringing in. And we'll do maybe one more on each side, moving really slowly. And keep thinking about pulling your lower back into the mat, keeping it fired up. And then pause, just relax the feet a little bit, pausing here with your legs lifted. We're going to bring the arms into it next. So on your next inhale, start to lift your head and shoulders and bring your arms long like you're trying to touch your toes. Opposite arm and leg, keeping head and shoulders up. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bringing it back in. Inhale, length. And exhale, returning. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale long. Exhale, return. Inhale, exhale. We've just got 2 more to do. Deep inhale, exhale. Coming to the last ones. Keep the head and shoulders up if you can. Otherwise, releasing them. Last time. And release head and shoulders. Hug your knees in. Squeeze them into the chest. And take a little rock and roll from side to side. And then we're going to reset our legs back to our 90 degrees. And again, check feet are at knee height. This time, bring your knees and feet together. T-shaped arms. So take a deep breath in. As you exhale, flatten your lower back into the mat. Pull belly button up and in. On your next inhale, start to drop both legs over to one side. Don't let opposite shoulder lift. And we're coming to a hover. Pausing here. Use your waist, use your core. And then inhale, coming back to center. Relax the shoulders. Coming over to the other side, take a hover. Pausing here. And inhale, coming back up. Coming over to the first side, pause. Keep the knees together. Extend the top leg, point the toe. Keep breathing. Don't let the shoulders lift. Inhale, feet together, back to center. Slowly, slowly, lowering to the other side, to your hover. Pause. Extend the top leg. Use your waist muscles here. Breathe. Inhale, coming back to center. Coming back over to the other side. Hover, pause. Now either you straighten just the top leg or try straightening both legs. Don't let opposite shoulder lift. It's much, much harder. Another 3, another 2, another 1. Bend the knees, coming back up to center and coming to the other side. Pause with knees bent first of all, and then either just the top leg or both legs. And we're going to stay here for another 3, another 2, another 1. Bend the knees, bring them back to center. Wrap your arms behind the thighs this time. Let your legs relax over your arms and draw the knees into the chest. Just breathe here for a few moments. Hello, Ada. Nice to see you this morning. Pausing here. Yeah, we're going to work the core really strong today, so do be careful. So just relax your shoulders down. Let the legs get heavy as they just ease out. Relax your belly. And then releasing behind the legs. Let's bring the legs back to our 90-degree bend. Really nice. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, flatten your back into the mat. Now your legs have probably changed angle, so just reset them again. And this time we're going to extend both legs. So coming high is going to protect your lower back. The lower you come, the more you're going to work your core, but also your lower back could be arching. So keep the belly back pulling into the mat. Inhale, bring the knees in. Releasing them long and bend the knees, bringing them in. One more time. Long and then bring them in. Now we're going to bring the arms into it. So head and shoulders are coming off the mat. So imprint your lower back, pull your belly button up and in, and then lifting up on your inhale, like arms reaching forwards either side of your calves. Take a deep breath in. Extend long, point the toes, and exhale, slowly bringing it back. Inhale and exhale. 3 more times. Inhale and exhale. In and out. Last time. We're going to hold here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Release head and shoulders. Wrap your arms around your shins and ease it out, taking a lovely little rock and roll, massaging your lower back. Breathing here. You can turn your head as well and just ease out any lower back tension. And pause. Now, flex your feet, pull your toes in towards you. Reach for the outer edges of your feet and then bring the knees to the armpits. Happy baby. And again, you can rock here. And the higher you have your feet, the higher the part of your back you're going to massage. So if you want to get the sacrum, you can just let the feet come down a little bit and you'll get your lower back in on the massage. Breathing here. And then come to your still pose. Reset your happy baby. Feet are up to the ceiling. Now slide your hands and take hold of your big toes. Wrap your middle and index finger around your big toes. On your next inhale, extend your legs out wide. As you exhale, bring them back to your happy baby. Inhale, straightening a bit more, and exhale in. Inhale, we're going to pause here. Now I'd like you to release the toes, imprint lower back, and use your core to support the weight of your legs. And of course, we know how heavy they are because every time we do leg raises, it's a killer. So pull the toes down, push the heels up. You'll feel your thigh muscles engaging. Straighten the knees a little bit. You'll feel your hamstrings engaging. But relax the shoulders. Hard to do when you're here, I know. Pull your belly button up and in. We're going to lift the legs for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. They tap, and then we're going to lower for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Now turn your feet so the toes are down and the heels are up, and we're going to lift up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap heels together, bring toes together. Toes touch, heels come out. Lowering for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate the feet, lead up with the heels for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Toes tap, leading down with the heels. Another 3, 2, 1. Rotate the feet, coming up. Nice. Slow is strong in yoga. Feet come together, pause. Relax the shoulders. Bring your arms down to your side, palms can face down. We're going to try and do leg raises without using shoulders or arms. So reset your lower back, pull your belly button up and in, and flex both feet as much as you can. Really pull the toes down. Feel the calves and hamstrings firmly engaging. We're going to start with the right leg. So keep that core fired up as we lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We're not going to touch. 1, we're going to hover. Push the heels away. Don't let the lower back lift. Keep pulling that belly button up and in, but relax your shoulders if you can. And then we're going to lift for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other leg. Flex the feet for 10, 9, 8, 7. Don't let the lower back lift. 5, 4. We're going to hover. 2, 1. Hover. Push the heels away. Relax your shoulders. Core is strong. And then we're going to lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your bottom one cheek at a time off the mat, hands underneath your butt cheeks. Protect your lower mat, your lower back. Now, don't use your arms for this. Use your core. So pull belly button up and in. Really pull your lower back into the mat. Flex the feet, lowering for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. This is hard. 3, 2, 1. Flex those feet. You might bring your butt cheeks into it to help keep the legs lifted. And then we're coming up for 10, 9, 8, 7. Pull the belly button up and in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees, bring them in. Release the lower back here. Easing it out from side to side. Give the feet a bit of a waggle, maybe a bit of a rotate. And then release your hands onto the tops of your knees. Bring your knees into the chest. Push them out wide. Push them away. Bring them together. Easing out the hips. And this is going to help with easing out your lower back a bit as well. Nice slow circles rotating over the hips. And then the next time your knees are together, change direction. Circling here. And then pause. Bring your hands behind the thighs. A little rock and roll up and down your spine. And coming up to your comfortable cross-legged seat pose, wherever feels nice for you. So, ways of sitting. Let's just have a quick revision. So you can just have your heels crossed, ankles crossed. You can bring them in a bit closer, but the goal is working towards our half lotus or full lotus. So watch your knees, hands on your knees. Draw yourself up long on the mat. So you're pushing down through your sits bones, drawing up here. On your next inhale, start to circle. And we're just going to circle over the hips. Small circles to start off with. And then you might want to come deeper into them. Coming out lower out front, more out to the side. And the next time you're forward, pause and changing direction. And you can also, if it feels nice, just kind of bring your head into it. You're kind of circling your head a little bit. Getting a little bit of motion into your spine. And then pausing and coming to your comfy pose. Bringing your hands to heart center. Pull the thumbs down between the breastbone, elbows are wide. Belly button, and I want to see bellies moving. So drawing up and in. On your next inhale, lifting the hands, looking up to the ceiling. Keep the arms lifted, pull the shoulders down. Now draw your chin to chest, biceps by your ears. Inhale, look up. And exhale, chin to chest, biceps by your ears. Now lifting your head, looking forwards. Can you straighten your arms a bit more? Can you squeeze your arms against your ears? Can you pull your belly button up a little bit more? And then just take a little fold one way. Back to center. And the other way. Back to center. Turn the arms so the palms are facing outwards and bring them to shoulder height. Now reset the spine, belly button up and in. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, start to turn one way, looking over the shoulder. Releasing to center, over the other shoulder. Release to center and bring your hands down a little bit behind your hips. Lean back. Don't lift the hips yet, that's coming, but try first of all to just look up to the ceiling. And then if you want to take it further, you can push harder into your hands. Lift your hips, lifting up, looking up, baby head, looking behind you. Pausing here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and then lower your bottom down to the mat. Bring your left hand to your right knee. Reset the spine, right hand behind you. And remember, you want that hand flat and the wrist touching your bottom if you can. So push down into the sits bones, length into the spine on the inhale. And as you exhale, turn, twist to look over that shoulder. Pull belly up and in. Inhale, length, and exhale, twisting a little bit more. Imagine I've got my hands on your shoulders and I'm turning you. So inhale, length, and exhale, can you just get a bit more rotation? A bit more turning of the head. Breathing here. And exhale, release. Coming to the other side. Right hand, left knee, left hand behind. So draw your belly up and in as you lengthen and keep that engagement as you turn. Inhale, length. Exhale, turn. Inhale, long spine. And exhale, find a little bit more rotation. Coming a little deeper into your twist. You'll feel it in your waist muscles. And release to center. Reset yourself so you're still comfortable. And bring your right hand to the mat, fingers facing forwards. Push into the mat and get long in the spine again. Left arm reaches out. Look at the hand. Inhale as the arm lifts. Exhale, coming into a twist, and pause here. That left arm is being pulled across, pushing into the hand on the mat, twisting here, breathing here. You should feel this all around your waist muscles. Now pull your belly up and in and see if you can come just a tad deeper, breathing here. And release. Other side. Left hand to the mat, right arm long. Look at the fingers as you come up, looking up. And as you exhale, coming into that twist. Pause here. Imagine I've got you by the wrist. I'm pulling that hand across. You're pushing your hand on the mat and twisting really deeply to the side. Pull belly button up and in. Keep the length in the spine. And release. Reset hands to heart center. Just close your eyes for a moment. Draw the thumbs down to the breastbone. Pull belly up and in. Get more length into your spine. And then interlace your fingers. Open your eyes. Push your palms away from you. Push them so hard that your arm, you really feel it in your arms. At the same time, pull the shoulders down. Pull belly button up and in. Keep the shoulders down as the arms start to lift. Actively pull the shoulders down, trying to get biceps to the ears. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, folding one way, look underneath the opposite arm. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other way. Inhale to center, release your hands. Bring hands either side of your hips, uncross your legs, and bring your feet to the floor. We're going to come up to a reverse tabletop. So push into hands, push into feet, lift your bottom up. Squeeze those butt cheeks, push into the hands and the feet, support your head. You're looking up at the ceiling. Now, on your next inhale, weight is on the left foot, right leg lifts, point the toes. Exhale, bring the foot down. Inhale, left leg lifts and release. Inhale, right leg, don't let the hips drop. Hard to do. Exhale, release. Other leg lifting up, point the toe, release, and then release your bottom down to the mat, crossing your feet, rolling over your knees and coming to all fours. Pausing here. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, a couple of rounds of cat-cow. So drop the belly, let the belly just sink down. Lift the hips, tilt the hips up a little bit. Now push into your hands, arms super straight, shoulders engaged. On your next inhale, start to arch up, draw chin to chest to your cat. As you exhale, releasing to your cow. Try and tilt the hips up just a tiny bit. Inhale, arching up. And exhale, release. Inhale, draw that belly button up and in. And exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, arching up, pause here. Push harder into knees and hands. Pull that belly button up and in. Exhale, keep pulling belly button up and in as you come to your cow. And then set to neutral. I would like you next to tuck your right toes and extend that right leg long behind you. And left arm long, fingers on the mat, little finger on the mat. Engage your core as you lift up, flying Superman. Breathing here for 5. For 4, flex that right foot behind you. For 3, reach the fingers, really spread them wide. 2, 1, and release. Setting up on the other side, left leg, right arm. Engage your core and lift. Kick that foot behind you, reach the arm for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and release. Coming back to the first side, extend long, inhale, lift. Pausing here for a moment, and you can stay here or bend the right knee. Turn the left hand so the thumb is down. Reach behind you, take hold of the foot. Inhale, lift that foot and kick the foot against the hand. The hand is pulling your leg up. For 5, for 4, can you get your knee a little higher? For 3, for 2, for 1, and release. Coming to the other side. Left leg, right arm. Fire up the core. Inhale, lift, flex that foot behind you. Now turn the thumb down, bend the knee, reaching behind you, take hold of the foot, and then push with that foot. You're really trying to get as much tension there as possible. Your right shoulder will be coming back. Lift the leg a little higher for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and release. And just give yourself a little wave from side to side. Hips just slowly easing out. And then walk your hands in towards you. So I'm just going to grab a glass of water. My throat is doing something weird today. And coming to kneeling. So if it's too much on your knees, you can always double your mat and have your knees under the mat, or just however it works best for you. And then bring your knees so they're hip width. So again, thinking about the clenched fist between your knees. Hands on hips, and then just bring the right leg out to the side. Have a look. Are your ankles, knees, and hips aligned? So you might need to move your foot back or forwards a bit. See how it feels. And no leaning. So you want to make sure your shoulders are over your hips, and then release the arms. Fire that core up, draw belly button up and in. And then the left arm lifts, watching the hand as it lifts. As it comes up, and then slide the right hand down the leg, bring the bicep to the ear. Pause here. Keep the core strong as you start to windmill the arms, coming up and over. Left hand maybe coming to the mat, maybe coming flat to the mat, and maybe right arm coming up over the bicep. See how it feels. Now squeeze that belly button up and in to bring yourself up. Windmill those arms up and over. Pause. Breathe. Inhale, release. Exhale, coming down. Bicep maybe to the ear this time. Feel the stretch down the right waist. Nice. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, windmill. Pause, breathe. Fire up the core as we come up and over, coming down. Bicep to the ear, pausing here. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Squeeze the core, bring yourselves up and release that leg. And then just do a little bit of a belly dance thing over your knees, easing out the hips, the lower back, and then changing direction to release. Getting ready for the other side. Left leg long, ankle, knee, hip. And again, no leaning, shoulders are beautifully aligned over the hips. Arms release. Right arm lifts up, looking up as you slide over and pause, trying to get the bicep to the ear. Squeeze your belly button up and in as you windmill the arms. Coming over, maybe fingertips only for the first time, bicep to ear. Use the core to bring yourself up and windmill. And coming over, maybe whole hand to the mat this time. Bicep to ear, see how it feels. Fire up the core, bringing yourself up and over. Pause for a moment, really stretch up, feel the stretch down the waist. Fire up the core, coming up and over, and pausing here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and inhale yourself up. And then just bring your knees down. And we're just going to do a bit of camel pose as we're already on our knees. So for camel pose, again, you've got choices. So knees are roughly a clenched fist width apart. And it's much easier to have your toes tucked so you can reach. I know we've all had lower back issues, so be careful. So our little pelvic tilt, lower back, down between your butt cheeks, pulling up. So really get that little pelvic tilt, quite a strong movement, inner core muscles really engaged. First of all, start off, hands on your lower back, fingers pointing down, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Now keep pulling the belly button up and in. As you inhale, push down with the hands, but you're trying to feel length in the spine as you lengthen up first of all, and then slowly coming down into a back bend. You've really got to keep your core muscles fired up here. To come out of it, take a deep breath in, and then squeeze your core, bring yourself back up. And it's good to just do this, is great. So push down with the hands, inhale, length. Exhale, leaning back, looking up. And then coming back out of it. You can stay with that, or you rotate one arm nice and big, hand to heel. Other arm nice and big, open, coming to camel pose. Arching up, looking up, but keep the core engaged. You're trying to push your hips forward a bit. Keep the length in your spine. And if you're in full camel, to come out of it, bring one arm up and over, and then the other arm. Moving slowly, so you're protecting that lower back. That core's doing the work. Flatten the tops of your feet. Drop your hips to heels and lower down. Take a moment in child's pose. You can bring the knees wide if that's more comfortable. And just relax down. Release the lower back. Take a breather. I mean, looking on the bright side, at least our wrists aren't killing us today. So there's always a winner in yoga. So just relax your shoulders. Let the hips just sink down. Breathing here, deep, slow, even breaths. And then on your next inhale, lift your head. Bring your hands shoulder width at the top of your mat. Can't get away with doing yoga and not doing at least a few rounds of sun salutations. So tuck your toes, push into the hands, taking our first down dog of the day. And just ease out one leg at a time, pushing one heel and then the other to the mat. Breathing here. Pushing hard into the hands, maybe getting the hips a little bit higher. And then finally releasing in your beautiful downward facing dog. You can keep the knees a little bit bent if that's more comfortable, or straighten the legs completely. Your choice. Breathing here. And while we're in our down dog, I want you to think about your core. So engage your Mula Bandha. Draw your pelvic floor muscles up and in. And then coming forwards, draw your Uddiyana Bandha up and in. Like you're trying to squeeze that belly button to your spine. And then push into your hands a little bit more until you feel all your shoulder muscles, your upper back muscles are engaged. And lift your head, looking forwards, bend the knees, and walk up to the top of your mat towards your hands. Big toes come together, heels apart, in a deep forward fold. Soften the knees. You can rest your belly, your chest on your thighs. And then tuck your chin to your chest. We're going to roll up one vertebra at a time. Arms just dangling heavy. Slowly, slowly straightening the legs. Pull belly button up and in as your lower back starts to straighten. As your whole spine straightens, reach the arms out and up. Keep that belly button pulling up and in as hands lift. Keep it pulling up and in as hands come down to heart center. Make sure you've still got that little pelvic tilt going on. Slowly the first round. Inhale, arms out and up, looking up. Maybe a back bend. Turn the palms outwards. Slowly, slowly, swan dive. Hands either side of your feet. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, halfway lift. Neck is long, looking straight down. And exhale, fold. Step the right foot back. Step the left foot back. Take your plank. Walk toes in, push heels away. Strong planks. Then lower the knees. Lower the chest and chin. Slide to your baby cobra. Push to your knees, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Left foot stays down, right leg lifts up high, three-legged dog. Look forward, sweep or move the foot between your hands, pausing here, and then the left foot joins it at the top of the mat. Engage your core to reverse your swan dive. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms out and up for a little back bend. And exhale, swan dive, hands either side of feet. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, fold, step the left foot back, the right foot back to your plank. Lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra. And then push your knees, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Right foot stays down, left leg lifts up high. Looking forward, sweep or move the foot between your hands. Right foot joins it in a deep fold. Engage your core to reverse your swan dive. Hands lift and to heart center. Pause for a moment. Catch your breath. Lift your shoulders up, back and down. Lift the kneecaps, squeeze the fronts of the thighs. Little pelvic tilt, pull belly button up and in. Inhale, arms out and up. And exhale, swan dive to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. If you want to jump back, bring your hands a little bit in front of your feet, bend the knees deeply, and then either step or jump back to your plank. Pausing here in plank. Lower the left knee, bring the left foot behind you. Right arm lift, supported side plank. Engage your core and lift that right leg up. Keep that leg lifted, flex the foot, and then slowly lower your right arm over your head so the bicep is by your ear. Breathing here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and then release and step back, plank. Right foot knee drops, right foot behind you. Right hand under right shoulder as left arm lifts. Fire up that core, lift the left leg, flex the foot. Release the arm to the bicep. Extend really long all down the side of your body for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and release. Take a plank. Pause a moment in a plank. Then lower knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Hug the rib cage with your biceps. Inhale, cobra or up dog, whichever option you're taking. Look over one shoulder, back to center, other shoulder. Drop your knees, bring the knees and feet together. Hips to heels, arms behind you, palms facing up. Drape yourself over your thighs. Relax the shoulders, relax the wrists. Deep inhale, long, slow exhale. So the focus is on the core, but we do need to also practice strengthening our wrists in every class. We're not going to do a huge amount more on our wrists, so just relax here for a moment. And on your next inhale, lift your head. Reach your arms as long as they will go. Spread your fingers wide, hands shoulder width. Tucking toes and downward facing dog. Pausing here. You can give the legs a pedal here if that feels nice for you. And then coming to your still down dog. Left foot stays down, right leg lifts up high, three-legged dog. Keep that leg up really high as you come to your left toes. Start to shift your weight forwards, but keep that leg high. Keep it as high as you can, as straight as you can. Fire up your core and bring yourself back up and try and get the left heel to the mat. Keep that right leg lifted. Inhale, coming forwards, three-legged plank. Use the core to bring yourself back up and lower the heel. One more time. Up on tippy toes, shifting forwards, squeeze the core and lifting up and release. Coming to the other side, left leg lifts up high. Inhale up onto your toes, shift your weight forwards. Use the core to lift yourself back up. Inhale forwards. Exhale, back up, three-legged dog last time. Inhale forwards, fire up all your core muscles. Lift yourself up, release the leg, and just give the legs a little bit of a pedal. And then push your chest to your thighs. Our rest pose here is our down dog. 5 deep breaths, inhale. As you exhale, push into the hands, chest closer to thighs. Inhale. Exhale, lift the hips up. Inhale. Exhale, can you lower your heels? Deep breath in. Exhale, pull that belly button up and in. Last breath. And exhale, release. Bend the knees. Walk, step, or jump your feet up to your hands at the top of your mat, coming to your deep fold. Fire up your core to reverse that swan dive. Coming up, hands lift, and coming to heart center. Now take a deep step out with your right foot, coming to a wide-legged stance, straddle pose. And you want the inner edges of your feet parallel. You want to also push into the outer edges of the feet as well. So your all of the sole of your feet are really kind of gripping the mat. And then just bring your hands to your hips, roll shoulders up and down. Get that belly firing up, lift the kneecaps. Squeeze your stomach muscles, drawing up and in, Mula Bandha engaged. And keeping that length in your spine, just start to hinge forward. Keep pulling that belly button up and in. Protect your lower back. We're coming to flat back. So you're looking down to the mat. Your back is at a 90-degree bend with your hips. Draw the shoulders back and away from the ears. Keep pulling that core up and in. And then push into the feet to inhale, lifting yourself up. Beautiful. Keeping it strong. Reach the arms as far as they will go. Reach them so far that you can feel your biceps and triceps are really engaged. That little pelvic tilt again. Inhale and then exhale. Keep the arms long. Keep the spine long. Coming halfway again. Reach the arms. Neck is long, looking straight down. Breathing here. Keep reaching the arms. Keep spreading the fingers. Now pull that belly button tightly up and in. And inhale, back up. And then arms behind you. Interlace fingers. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Really, really squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale, look up. And exhale, this time coming all the way down. Arms coming up and over. Breathing here. Can you straighten your arms? Can you squeeze your shoulder blades together a bit more? Give your head a little nod, a little shake. Releasing here. And then let go of the hands. Bring them underneath your face. Push into the hands, straighten the arms. Deep inhale. As you exhale, turn your hands, fingers to face between your legs and walk them back between your legs, bringing yourself to a really deep fold here. You'll feel it on the back of your thighs, strengthening, lengthening. Give your head a little nod, a little shake. Make sure your neck is relaxed. And then bring your hands back underneath your face. Left hand stays under the face, pushes into the mat, arm straightens. Right arm lifting up, looking up. And release. Right hand under face, left arm lifting up, looking up. And release. Bring your hands shoulder width again and keep your weight on your hands as you heel toe your feet in a little bit. We're coming down to a squat pose. So work out roughly where your feet need to be. Start to lower your bottom. Elbows inside your knees and bring the knees apart in a beautiful squat pose. Try and lengthen your neck. Pull your ears away from your shoulders. Close your eyes and just pause here for another 5, another 4, another 3, 2, 1, and then release. Using your hands as brakes, bring yourself down and extend your legs long and give them a little waggle, easing things out. And then bring your right foot into the inner thigh. Let the knee just come to the side. You can always pop a cushion or a block underneath it to make it more comfortable. And then turn your hips and shoulders to your outstretched leg. Take a deep breath in as arms reach out and up. Pull belly up and in and start to hinge forwards, pausing halfway. A gentle little waggle from side to side. As you slowly come down, take hold of the shin, the ankle, or maybe the foot. Drawing yourself long in the spine by pulling on your leg. And then exhale, folding forwards, nose to knee. Inhale, more length into your spine. And exhale, folding deeper. Inhale long and exhale, fold. Breathing here for another 3, another 2, another 1. Lifting your head, walk your hands up your leg, bring yourself upright and swap legs, extending long. And again, bring hips and shoulders over the leg. Keep that core firing up as arms reach out and up. Get the length into your spine as you come forwards, and then a little gentle waggle, and then reaching shin, ankle, or foot. Inhale, more length into your spine and neck, and exhale, fold. Inhale, long, and exhale, release. Inhaling, and exhale, folding as deep as you can go. Breathing here for another 3, another 2, and another 1. Inhale, lift head, walk hands back up and in, and bring the soles of the feet together. Interlace fingers, draw the heels in. Let's just give those inner thighs a nice little stretch. And then we're going to set up to come down onto the mat via Navasana. So make sure you're halfway roughly down your mat. Knees and feet roughly a clenched fist width apart, hands behind thighs. Inhale, shoulders up, back and down. Get that spine as straight as it'll go. Now pull that belly button up and in. Lean back as the feet start to lift. And you can stay holding on behind the thighs. Or you can bring the knees and feet together. Release one arm. Release both arms. Or alternate one arm and then the other. Whichever option you're taking, reach the arms long. Use the core to pull the knees in towards you. We're going to stay here for 10, 9, reach the arms longer, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands behind the thighs, and you can either hold on to the thighs or release as you slowly lower yourself down to the mat. Bring the knees up and hug them into the chest, squeeze them in, take a little rock from side to side, turning the head as well. And then pause. Bring your knees back to that 90-degree bend we were doing at the start of class. Imprint your lower back, T-shape your arms, relax the shoulders. Slowly, slowly, slowly start to lower both legs to the right, coming to a hover again first of all. Don't let left shoulder lift. Use the core, bring the legs back up to center. Exhale them to the other side. Don't let opposite shoulder lift. Inhaling back up. This should feel quite easy by now, or maybe not. Then slowly lower the legs one side, hover. Inhale, lift over to the other side. Hover, pause, breathe. Inhale, lift. And this time we're coming all the way down. So lower the legs all the way down. Turn head in opposite direction. You can close your eyes. You can release down. If you want a deeper twist, bring your hand onto the top of the thigh or extend the top leg. Take hold of the big toe with your fingers and extend the leg straight. Whichever option you're taking, relax the shoulders. Relax down your spine to your hips. Relax the legs. Just breathe here. And then to come out of it, release the big toe if you're in a bind. Draw your belly button up and in. Really squeeze all of your core muscles to bring the legs to center. And then lower to the other side. Let them go all the way. And again, here you can bring the hand to the top of the thigh, or you can extend the leg, take hold of the big toe. Whichever option, relax those shoulders. Try and relax all the way down your back, your hips, your legs. Let go. Just breathe. And then squeeze your core. Release the big toe if you're holding it. Bring those legs back up to center. Bring the knees to the armpits, holding on to the outer edges of your feet. Our last happy baby, rolling from side to side. Massage your back. And then finally, bring the soles of the feet together, creating that lovely diamondy shape with your legs. Arms come in between. Take hold of the outer edges of the feet. On your next inhale, bring the feet up, lift head and shoulders. Draw your shoulders behind the knees as you look between your legs for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and then super slowly. Release the head and the shoulders. Bring your legs down and choose your Shavasana pose, either knees bent, feet mat width, or legs extended long, or if you want a deeper thigh stretch, soles of the feet together, knees out to the side. So choose your Shavasana that's going to work for you today. Release the arms. Tuck your shoulders in a little bit underneath you. Give your hips maybe a little waggle from side to side. And then let go. Relax the arms, the legs. Relax your back. Relax the shoulders, your face. And just breathe. Let go of everything. Focus on the breath. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 3. In, 2, 3, 4. And out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, relax those shoulders. Breathing at your own pace. Relax. On your next inhale, start to gently turn your head from one side to the other side. Start moving your fingers, your toes. Rotate the wrists, rotate the ankles. Slide your legs along together. Bring the arms up overhead for a full body stretch. Really reach the arms, point the toes. And then bring one knee into the chest, the other knee, hug them in, squeeze them in. And then rolling via one side, bringing yourselves upright to your comfy cross-legged seat poses. Bringing hands to heart center, to the third eye, and namaste. Thank you for joining me.